will literally wake up and the next day check my phone and see that I've made money while I was sleeping. Welcome back, CEO Squad. This is course video 2 in our set of 5 for Sex Panther. In this video, I am going to go over everything revolving around how the platform works and what you can do with it. So let's jump in. So the first thing that this platform is capable of is messaging. You set the rates on your messages anywhere between $1 and $5 per incoming message, while your replies to fans are free. This sets Sex Panther apart from other platforms because you're always paid for your time, as long as your conversation can keep them replying. So messaging back and forth with your fans, not just using text or sexting, but you can also send them audio messages, free or paid to open. You can send them photos, free or paid to open, and you can send them video clips, free or paid to open. You can also send them full-length videos right there in messaging. Aside from that, you can also take calls, audio calls on the platform, and take video calls on the platform, and they are charged per minute. You can set whatever price your heart desires under $30 a minute. Now, let's go over a feature that a lot of people do not know exists on Sex Panther. They have a feed. The feed is a place where you can post content, free or unlocked, that your fans can unlock at leisure. So a great way to think about this is that I will literally wake up and the next day check my phone and see that I've made money while I was sleeping because I wasn't responding because I was sleeping. And my fans, they wanted more of me. So what did they do? They stumbled over to my feed and they started unlocking content. It is a fantastic way to make money while you sleep. Now there's one other way you can make money here on Sex Panther, and that is with tips. I don't know why creators do not ask for tips on this platform. The fans on here and the traffic are so willing to spend money tipping. So if a fan is requesting for you to send them a specific kind of clip of yourself, say while you're messaging, you can upcharge them for that clip and you can ask them to tip for it and then send them the clip that they have to pay to unlock. I like charging my fans 50% of the cost of a custom video or piece of content they want. And then when I deliver it to them, I include an unlock price for the remaining half that is due. This way, they feel comfortable purchasing custom content from me because they know that if I, the creator, want the remaining half of the money, I have to create and send the content to be unlocked for that remaining half. If you prefer not to approach tips and customs this way, you can always have them tip 100% of the custom amount up front, but then when you're sending them the content or the video, make sure you send it to them for free. This way they don't have to unlock it if they've already paid the full price. So just think about all the ways you can make money. Messaging, voice messages, photo messages, video clip messages. You can make money on your feed for content that they pay to unlock. You can make money doing phone calls. You can make money doing video calls. Literally, whatever you're into, there's a place for you here on Sex Panther. Now, something else I want to talk about is how this discovery page works. So Sex Panther has a discovery page similar to how Instagram has a discovery page. It's basically a big feed where fans can scroll to see new creators that they might not be familiar with. So once they get scrolling on that discovery page, you're going to want to know, how do I post to it? So whenever you're making a feed post, there's going to be a box you can check to push it to the discovery page. Now, you can't do it all day long nonstop. There is a time buffer so that you're not just spamming the discovery page. But if you check that box, your post gets pushed to discovery and you get that many more eyes on it and that many more views. When you post to the explore page, you're also going to get a lot of data and feedback. So you're going to get two metrics. You're going to get the impressions and the likes on the post. So impressions gives you an idea of how many people have viewed your post, and then likes are how many people have liked it. Using this data, you can kind of start to navigate what kind of content getting posted on your feed or on your profile is going to bring you more customers and more paying fans. Now, something to mention, when you post to your feed or when you post to the discovery page on Sex Panther, you're going to have a couple of those posts show up at the bottom of your actual Sex Panther profile. Why is this so great? This is amazing because that means when fans are coming to your profile, considering whether they should sign up or considering whether they should text you or call you, they're going to see some of your content that's freely available and some of it that's locked. Just more reason for them to sign up on the platform and start messaging you because they can see all of the content you're putting out, whether it's locked or not. So something else I get asked about really often is how do you end up getting trending status on the Sex Panther homepage? So in order to get trending status on the homepage, you need to be a top earner in the last 24 hours. This gives you primary placement on the homepage because you're already earning and you're already making fans and making money, that they want you to be put on the forefront of the platform to attract more users. You're clearly active, you're clearly on top of it, you're clearly replying. And that kind of behavior is rewarded with more traffic. It really is the last frontier where the harder you work, the better you're rewarded. And I love that about this platform. If you've been following the channel for a while, you know that I have a whole video dedicated to the new model tag. So Sex Panther is a little different. When you sign up, you are going to get a new model tag or a new model badge, and this is going to be displayed for the first 30 days you're on the platform. That means additional traffic, and that means that is your time to double down. So if you're watching this and you're going through the sign up process, consider that new model badge gives you a 30-day run and a 30-day runway to really take advantage and crush it on the platform. So be sure to capitalize on that. Let me show you around the platform for yourself. When you log in, you're going to be immediately taken to this homepage. This gives you everything you need to see or want to see statistically at a glance. If you look at the top left, it's going to say welcome back and all of your unanswered messages. And then on the right, you're going to see that you can post right to your profile or your feed right there from the home tab. Below that, you're going to see an area where you can toggle your phone calls or video calls on or off. Under that, you're going to see your recent earnings summary. It's going to go over everything from what you've earned today, the last 7 days, the last 30 days, and then year to date. Just right of that, you'll see your pay period earnings. Below that, the option to promote your profile with one-click tweeting. On the right of that, your personal metrics showing your model rank, your total contacts, your monthly profile views, and your all-time profile views. Below that is one additional way to make money, and that is by referring other models. You get a referral bonus of $100 every time you refer another model and they sign up to Sex Panther. Your referral is paid out after they make their first $100 on the platform. So if you're ever wondering where your referral link is, it's right there at the bottom of your home tab. Next, let's go to messages. When you open up the messages tab, you're going to notice a handful of things. You have 2 tabs at the top, your recent and your unanswered. This is an easy way to toggle to the most urgent people you need to respond to, and then back to all of your contacts or your recents. You can also use this drop-down arrow to switch between unread, recently active, new clients, favorites, credits, which means you can see some of your users' credits, your top spenders, or hidden. I'm going to leave it on recent for now, but remember that drop-down exists because it's going to be extremely important later. When you open a fan's messages, you're going to notice that you have the main chat area, and then just right of that, this little menu that you can toggle open to see the past media that you've sent this fan, any groups that you've created or that you've put them in, or any notes on the fan. I keep meticulous notes on all of my fans, and we're going to talk more about that later, but you should too. The next tab under reports is mass message stats. This is important because this is really where you're going to get an idea of how things are performing. So under mass message stats, you're going to see that you sent a mass message out, you're going to see how many people it went out to, and how many unlocks it got, and how much it earned you in total. This is where you're going to really start to collect data and see what kind of content is getting unlocks and getting revenue. So pay attention to this tab. Next, let's go to the calls tab. When you go to the calls tab, you're going to see at the top the opportunity to toggle phone calls on or video calls on. And when you click it, you can choose for how long you want them on. It caps out at 12 hours. Under that, you're going to see a record of your calls. Next, let's go to the feed tab. Immediately at the top, you're going to see a new area to compose a brand new feed post. You can add photo, audio, or video. You have the option to add it to the Explore page if you're posting it live in real time. Or if you don't mind forgoing the Explore page, you can opt to schedule a post instead. Here's how you can do that. For example, let's make a post and schedule it for later. And then I'm going to click this drop-down arrow and schedule the post for a later time and date. let's post this at 7 p.m. And then you would hit schedule post. Now, just right of that is the post to Twitter option. This is where you can connect your Twitter right to your Sex Panther profile, and that it will auto tweet whenever you post to your Sex Panther feed. This is a great way to auto promote yourself here on Sex Panther. Under that, you're going to see some of your feed posts. You'll see what you've posted previously. You can click schedule to see what you have scheduled to go out. You can click drafts to see what drafts you may have. And you can click tagged to see who's tagged you in posts in the past. The way tagging works on Sex Panther is if you create content with another creator, you tag them by writing at the model's username until a dropdown appears so you can select that model's username. This essentially age verifies the tagged content because the other model on Sex Panther has already been ID and age verified to be on the platform itself. It's super important to always tag other creators that appear in your content for compliance purposes. Next, let's head over to tips. The tips area is where you can see everyone who's tipped you and how much and when. This is great when you're trying to realize who's spending the most and what they're spending on. You can always refer back to your tips tab. Next, let's go to pricing. This is where you're going to set up your pricing for your profile. You can set the amount of what an incoming text costs, but not an outgoing. The reason you can't set your outgoing rate is because all outgoing messages to fans are free. This is important. It works this way by design so that even though they might not be in a position to reply to you because say they're out of credits, you can still message them. And that's important because that means you could reel them back in. Next, you'll see you can set prices for voice messages. You can set your incoming voice messages and your outgoing voice messages. This means that when a fan sends you a voice message, they get charged. Same thing for pictures and video messages. For picture messages, every time I send a picture message to a fan, they get charged when they open it. If a fan sends me a picture, bring on the dick pics, they get charged when I receive that photo. Next, video messages, it works very similarly. You can set the rate for outgoing and incoming video messages. If you scroll further down, you'll see the phone call and video call section. This is where you can check if you do or don't want to accept phone calls. You can set your price per minute for your phone calls, and you can set a minimum call time, which means you can set a minimum of, say, 3 minutes, which is what I have set up, so that no one that doesn't have enough credits to stay on the line for 3 minutes can get through to your line. The minimum call time also means that anyone who calls but ends the call prematurely or before the minimum call time is reached will still be charged the full rate of however many minutes your minimum call time is at. AKA, every call is worth answering because you'll always earn your minimum. Below that is video calls. It works very similarly. Do you want to accept the calls? Do you want to accept video calls? Yes or no? How much do you want to charge? And then what is your minimum video call time? Next, let's head over to your earnings tab. Earnings are broken down by overview, daily, and monthly. So an overview is going to look similar to what your homepage looks like. It's going to break it down by earnings today, last 7 days, last 30 days, and year to date. Also on the right, the pay period earnings. Then you can see your earnings history. You can see what you've earned in past months if you hover over the graph, and you'll see the breakdown of what earned you that amount during that month. Below that is a breakout of your lifetime earnings and what they're from: text, pictures, voice, audio, calls, feed, tips, referrals, etc. And then to the right of that, you'll see your year-to-date earnings broken out in a similar fashion. If you go to daily earnings, this is going to break down your earnings day by day. And it's going to tell you exactly how you made them, whether that's messages, pictures, video, audio, etc. And then monthly is very similar, except it breaks it down month by month. Next, go to payout information. This is where you're going to set up all of your payout info. You're going to see your payout history, and you're going to be able to pull your 1099 tax forms. This is really important because paying your taxes is important, guys. Next, go over to reports. Reports is one of my favorite areas because you can see who your top spenders are. If you go to top spenders, it's going to show you who all of your top spenders are, and you can even expand it so it's not just your top 10, but your top 20, 50, or 100. Under that, you'll see your suspended users. These are the people that try to do chargebacks, and Sex Panther gets rid of them. Next, you'll see the leaderboard. I love this page because I'm highly competitive, and I kind of get obsessive about this. But basically the leaderboard just shows you who the top earning models of the month are, and then every month it starts over. Under that, you'll see your referrals. This is where you'll see any referrals who have signed up under your referral link. And then under that, of course, the help section. I want to direct your attention to the very bottom here as well. This is where you can find your settings and make some adjustments. You can adjust how you get notified and where you get notified if you prefer notifications on Telegram like I do, or in your email. You can turn on sleep mode or away mode. Sleep mode mutes notifications during selected time frames. It's kind of like a do not disturb function. And then there's away mode, say that you're on vacation or you want to be unavailable, just hit away mode and you will not be bothered. Below that, the opportunity to update your phone number. Remember, your phone number is hidden. You don't have to worry about users or fans seeing it. They don't. Just below that is an area where you can update your phone number or change your password, your email, set up your time zone, and then turn on two-factor authentication so that your account stays safe and secure. There's also an option just to the right of that to block locations if maybe you don't want people in certain states to be able to find you on Sex Panther. The last thing I want to bring your attention to is if you take a look at the top left side of your dashboard, you're going to see your model name and your profile image displayed. But you're also going to notice these 3 tiny dots. And if you click them, this is where you have the option to view your profile or edit your profile. If you select view your profile, this is going to show you how your profile appears to fans when they come across it after clicking off the homepage or directly from promotion on your social media. You'll see your rank, you'll see the likes that you have on your page, your active or inactive level, depending if you're online or not, your location, if you're a fast responder, your bio, and so much more. There's a button here to tip you. It also displays your rates per text, call, picture message, audio message, etc. And then if you scroll down, it shows you the first 9 feed posts or the most recent 9 feed posts on your profile. Then below that, all of your links are listed, as well as other online models. Now, if you want to edit any of this, go back to those 3 dots and select Edit Profile. When you go into Edit Profile, here's where you can adjust everything that displays on your profile. You can change your general availability from open to custom. You can edit your location as it displays or your profile picture. You can edit your bio. You can add or change your intro video. And you can edit or add photos to your media gallery. Here is where all of your public links are listed. You can edit those as needed. And then on the right side here, you have your sexual orientation, which you can list, your hair color, which you can list, your ethnicity, which you can list, your language, which you can list, and then fetish tags that you want to be associated with so that it drives traffic that is looking for the kind of fetish or services that you offer as a model. You can select up to 5 fetish tags. I would definitely recommend selecting all 5. So that about wraps up our overview on the platform itself. Now, this is going to bring me to the more exciting part of this video because I love strategy, and I have been working my tail off coming up with the best tips, tricks, and hacks to make you successful on this platform. So if you are ready, let's dive into the next video where things really get interesting.